Let's learn a little bit more about strings, how to work with text. I'll begin by defining a couple of string variables. This will be name and last name. And what if I want to concatenate two strings? I want to have another variable that's a full name and that has the first name and the last name. So you can concatenate two strings by using the plus sign. And let me show you what's going to come out of this. So we're joining these two strings, and if I reload the page, you get them concatenated, joined together, but we want to have a space in between because that's how a full name is usually shown. So we can either, when you're using the plus sign, you can have more than two strings if you want. You can have as many as you want, and they don't necessarily need to be stored in variables. You could enter the strings directly in here. So I'm going to enter a new string that's going to be just a blank space, and then I need to join it to the next one, of course. If I reload the page, we can see that added that empty space, or it could be a comma. And you can also use the double quotes, as I mentioned before. It's completely equivalent in this case. You can also merge, or concatenate strings with numbers. So I could do something like this. I could do full name, and then see how I can also, I don't need to save this in a variable. I can also just do it here, and I can write something like age. I'm gonna have another variable called age 100, and then I'm just gonna add that. So I'm doing this in purpose, just like showing you how I can have a space in between, I cannot have a space. It means, it doesn't mean anything. You can just code it however you feel the most comfortable with, keeping in mind that it's always good to make things look organized. It's easier to modify your code afterwards. So let me reload the page, show you how we've done it. So basically I saved two strings plus this third string into another variable called full name, and then I added another string and then a number. So see how numbers can also be concatenated with strings. Strings then are just text. There can be spaces in between. They need to be surrounded by either single or double quotes, and you can concatenate two or more strings by using the plus sign.